Hey guys, it's Melissa. Happy Thursday. I am so excited to finally be able to bring you some news that I have been keeping as a secret for a long time. So here's the deal. All right, are you ready? Pre-orders are now open for this fabulous tumbler press. I feel like I'm gonna wait. So this tumbler press, you guys have been asking me for a long time. Does the 8-in-1 heat press include a tumbler press? How do you do tumblers with it? Where's the tumbler press? The tumbler press is here and it's open for pre-order. So let me just tell you why this tumbler press is so awesome, how it's different. I'm gonna show you how to use it. Super fun. So this is actually a 7-in-1 tumbler press. Okay, so that means not only does it include the 20 and 30 ounce tumbler attachment itself, which I have in here and it's warming up because we're gonna do a tumbler, but it includes, or can include as an option, 6 more attachments as well. So I have it listed over here. There's a 1.5 ounce, so that would be for shot glasses. Then there's a 12 ounce, then there are 12 ounce tapered, 17 ounce tapered, 6 ounce tapered, 11 ounce, 6 ounce mug, 11 ounce mug, 12 ounce, 15 ounce mug. Okay, so that would be like all of these, there's 7 of them included with this new 7-in-1 mug tumbler press. Okay, so here's the deal. These are on pre-order now. There's the teal or there's pink. All right, there's a very, 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 very limited number that are going to ship at the end of August. Okay, so if you're interested, I put the link up there. They are only available right now. Only available, actually, probably ever. This is from Swing Design. Okay, so I actually have, it's not a prototype, but it is one of their very early ones. So here's the deal. How is this different than other tumbler presses? Most of the other tumbler presses that are on the market are at the same price point or higher, but do not include the 7-in-1 part. Okay, they only include the tumbler press itself with that one attachment. So this is a really great option. If you already have the 8-in-1 press and you want to get the tumbler press itself, that's a lower price. I think it's $249. Okay, if you want to add on all of the other the whole 7-in-1 set, that comes to, I think it's $299, and then there's a bundle as well. So actually there's multiple bundles. So it's a really, 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 really great option. I'm going to be sending it out in an email shortly, but first I wanted to let you guys know that the pre-orders are open so that you have a chance to grab it. Again, there's pink and there's teal. I'm going to show you the benefit of this. So previously, when we were using the 8-in-1 and we were doing tumblers, we were using one of these mug attachments. And when you use the mug attachment, you have to do your tumbler in 4 sections. So you have to do it like this, then you have to rotate, then you have to flip it. Okay, so it's 50 seconds for each of those four sections. So almost 4 minutes. With the tumbler press, you are literally able to cut that time in half because you can do the entire mug or tumbler in 50 seconds and then rotate and do the other half in 50 seconds. Now, why do you have to rotate? With all tumbler presses, there is a very, very, very slight gap when you close it. And so if you don't want to have a seam where it's not sublimated correctly, you need to rotate it 180 degrees halfway through. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. I have obviously already done one. I have the tumbler press set to 350 degrees, 50 seconds. Okay, so here's my tumbler. By the way, if you're interested in getting tumblers with it, they have Swing has a bundle that has tumblers. Then there's a full bundle that also includes mugs, which obviously if you get the 7-in-1, you can do mugs as well, wine tumblers, different things like that. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. This tumbler, I printed these on my F570, which is the Epson's large sublimation printer. And the reason that I did it on there is because I was able to print both of these in one quick print. All right, so they were able. I have a little teeny whiteness there that I'm going to trim off. Okay, so now I like to trim one side so that there's no white, and then I like to trim the bottom, and you're going to see why I'm doing that. I'm actually gonna let the top hang off, okay? Because it doesn't end up being a problem since this press, it's great. This press is actually a 20 and a 30 ounce, and so it's super, super, super convenient for 20 ounces because you have this overhang. So this is obviously smaller than the press itself, which means that you're getting a really good color at the top and the bottom because it's not so close to the edge. The problem when you have other tumbler presses that are too small, and actually the original one that I had that I worked, provided some feedback on, the press part itself was a little bit too small. It was exactly the size of a 20 ounce, and the problem is there's not even pressure on the edges. The way that this is designed, you can see it has 4 attachment spots, and then it has these large pressure knobs that apply even pressure the whole way through, giving you that really great look. And the reason I did this is because black can be tough to sublimate at times, but look how nice that came out, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do, actually I need to trim a little bit more off the bottom here. So I just opened this in Silhouette Studio. The only reason I even had to open it in Studio is because I wanted to, like I said, print 2 of them. And so in order to kind of nest, I used Silhouette Studio. Okay, so you see I have a bunch at the top, but you can see that the design itself goes above the top. So we're all set there, all right? And then I'm just gonna pull it. I like to do it along the table because it keeps the bottom nice and even, all right? And then I'm gonna use some tape. Now, if you're wondering, what is this tape? It's the Pro Sub tape that Swing has. Also, again, this is why I love Swing, because they have so many options. There's another bundle with this 7-in-1. I'm sorry that I have my back to you. There's another bundle that has the 7-in-1 that also includes tape. All right, so let me just get this close. Okay, so I tape. Make sure that if you have a side that has a white edge, that's on the outside, okay? You don't want that white edge, obviously, close to your thing. All right, so I'm just gonna use a few pieces of tape along this seam. Pull it tight, okay? And then I'm gonna slide that, yep. So if you slide your tumbler so the edge of that bottom there is not exactly even, so because the bottom of the tumbler kind of rounds over, if you have your template your sublimation print go all the way to there, that's where you end up getting some wrinklers and stuff. Someone's saying I need another set of hands. I do need another set of hands, and I need a camera person. All right, so we're gonna just tape along the seam. This is how we make sure that we get a nice, we don't want any fading, or shadowing. So when air gets in that seam, that's where we end up with problems. So I like to tape the full seam, okay? All right, now, it's okay if I have that overhang, especially on the 20 ounce, because like I said, it's longer than, the attachment itself is longer than the press. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to bring you a little bit closer, but I'm gonna make sure that this seam is not straight up and not straight down. The reason being, if it's straight up, that's where the little crack in the tumbler press is, okay? And so I don't want that, but if it's down, it's fine, but then when I rotate it 100 degrees, then it'll be up. So just keep that in mind. So I like to put it like straight forward. And then we're gonna put it all the way so that this is where the edge, the 2 sides are. You can see they're in, all right? And then we're gonna press 50 seconds. Now, I'm gonna try to bring you a little bit closer so you can put them in. You can see there's just a teeny little gap there, okay? And we're gonna wait for 50 seconds. Now, the great thing about the tumbler press is that it warms up super fast. This has actually been probably at temperature for like a half an hour while I got the rest of my stuff ready. But because, like I said, we can press the entire thing at one time, it's only gonna take 50 seconds, another 50 seconds. So we have about a minute and a half, minute 45 that we're actually taking to press this, so we can get a lot done quickly. All right, so if you're using a mug press and you're doing a lot of tumblers on mug presses, this might be a great option for you, okay? So if you're just joining, welcome. I am so happy to be able to show you guys the new tumbler press, 7-in-1 tumbler press that just went on pre-order. All right, so now is when we're gonna rotate 180. Okay, so I'm just gonna wear my gloves and rotate this around. And we'll close back up. Another 50 seconds. Okay, so these are stainless steel. You can, if you're doing the glass tumblers, you can put those in there as well. But like I said, because it includes the 7-in-1 tumbler press, because it includes all these other attachments, you can do mugs, you can do tapered tumblers, you can do shot glasses, you can do wine. I always do my wine tumblers in the taper. It works really well. You put the fat part of the bottom of the tumbler in the wider part of the taper. So it's really cool, all right? So one thing to keep in mind, if you already have the 8-in-1 heat press, these attachments for the 7-in-1 are not compatible, okay? So if you already have the 8-in-1 swing away heat press that includes the mug press with it, you might just want to add on the tumbler press, okay, and not get all the 7-in-1 attachments with it. So just so you know. All right, so now we're done. All right, and I'm gonna put my other glove on here before I you can see it's, well, maybe you can't see, but it's hot. All right, and now I'm just going to untape, peel. So sublimation, no hand. If you're not familiar with what that means, it means you can't feel it. It's literally like infused into the, whoops, I'm getting some, it's infused into the surface, okay? So that's why it's so, so cool oh my gosh, why did I do this? There we go. All right, so super cute. See how you have solid color straight to the edge there? There's no fading, there's no ghosting. Same at the bottom. The black is solid black. That is all by design, okay? That is, I'm telling you, months of testing, tweaking. That is like, they're like, Melissa, what do you think about this? I'm like, well, I think that it's nice, but it's pretty, but we need a longer attachment so that we're not so close to the edge with our tumbler, because when you're too close to the edge, you guys know how it is. The heat press kind of fades out the edges, right? Like it's not even heat all the way to the edge. And so if you have a bigger attachment, it means that little part that's not even is further away from our mug or our tumbler. So then our actual tumbler is getting really great pressure and even heat the whole way around it. Now, this was a 20 ounce, these are 20 ounce tumblers that I did, but this is a 30 ounce attachment. So you could do 30 ounce tumblers in there as well, although most people don't even do 30 ounce tumblers, but it is an option, okay? All right, guys, so I listed the link up top for you. I forgot to put the link for the design itself, but I'll add that too. Again, all of the sublimation, if you're looking for tape, if you're looking for blanks, if you're looking for the tumbler press with all the attachments, there's a whole bunch of different options. I think there's probably like 6 or 8 different bundle options that you can grab on pre-order now. Again, teal or pink, but super, super, super limited quantity if you want to be in that first shipment right at the end of August. So just in time for that like holiday rush that's going to be coming, you're going to grab that now, okay? All right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Look for the email that I'll be sending out shortly with, not additional information, but similar type information. But if you want to get ahead of that, because it goes out to a lot of people, a lot more than the number of presses that are available, go ahead and grab it now, okay? All right, guys, see you soon.